Flying Talkers podcast brought to you today by ATC Aviation Services AG. One World, One Global Air Cargo GSSA. We are excited to be part of Air Cargo Africa in Nairobi and look forward to connecting with everybody next month in booth C37, February 19th to 21st, being held in Nairobi, Kenya, said ATC CEO Ingo Zimmer. Mr. Zimmer will be joined in stand C37, where Ingo declared, quote, "Our team will be happy to host you. ATC Aviation is the world's best GSSA. One world. One great organization. Check us out at www.atcaviation.com and tell them Flying Talkers sent you." And now the king at Concourse at Atlanta International Airport. Getting stuck at the airport is often an interminable experience. It's enough to pass through the welter of airport security, losing shoes and sometimes dignity to an impassive TSA crew, only to find oneself with few options for food aside from boiled in a bag offal or questionable plastic-entombed sandwiches. The culturally bereft limbo that exists between security's point of no return and one's boarding gate is a difficult terrain to navigate. It can be quite restorative, then, to discover something of value in that liminal space. Enter the art exhibit. Los Angeles World Airport's LAX with Balnog Studios Air Garden. An installation of multicolor metallic chains reminded this writer of knitting or weaving done on a grand scale. The stars looked very different at Miami International Airport. When artist Ken Ninsel sculpted a mixed media experience with you, or here human and animal sculptures, studded with lights to represent the constellations of the night sky, hang overhead in a life-size stellarium. This week, celebrating Martin Luther King Day, Flying Typers decided to revisit an airport exhibit dedicated to the man who changed the face of America. Since the mid-1980s, Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport has hosted an art exhibit at Concourse, titled Legacy of a Dream. Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. The exhibit features, among other things, imagery from the famous Montgomery bus boycott, which launched a series of boycotts throughout the southern United States, fueling the civil rights movement in America. Provided by the nonprofit King Center, formed in 1968 by Mrs. Coretta Scott King to memorialize Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. and educate future generations about his contributions. The Legacy of a Dream exhibit at Concourse is steeped in history. The permit for Dr. King's March on Washington and a photo of President Ronald Reagan declaring MLK Day as a national holiday are on display, as well as the suit Dr. King wore to his meeting with President Lyndon B. Johnson. It's also personal, with touches of the human throughout. Visitors can see objects like Dr. King's glasses and wristwatch and the transistor radio that accompanied him on rallies and allowed him to listen to the news on the go. There are also family photos, Dr. King playing football with his sons, and images of his family at dinner together. Viewers will feel the exaltation of his greatest deeds while also glimpsing the pedestrian activities in which we all partake, a trip up to the firmament of change, and then back down to the grounded and familial. If you find yourself stuck in the purgatory between security and your next flight at ATL Airport, head over to Concourse and drink in a little history. The MLK exhibit is always updated with something new to offer. That's our report for today. For your time this time, until next time, be good to each other, will you? And thanks from Jeffrey, and good night, Joe, wherever you are.